what mistake do you think people make, that they want to get in shape, they want to, cut some fat. Where do they screw up? Where do they lose that momentum?
I think a lot of people overcomplicate it, first off. And it's hard when you have a lot of people preaching these really extreme diets. It's like you have to go keto, you have to fast, you have to go carnivore, you have to go vegan. Yeah. Meat is good, meat is bad. Seed oils are good, seed oils are bad. It's like vegetables are good, vegetables are bad. Like, holy crap, where do I get started? For most people, there's so much contradicting information out there. So I think the best thing to do is, one, just find a diet that you enjoy, that's sustainable for you, that you can stick to, and you'll find results there. But then the second piece of that is, it's like the New Year's Evers, where December 31st, people like, okay, tomorrow, January 1st, and it doesn't have to be these dates, but this is an example. January 1st, I'm going to implement this new training plan. I'm going to run this many miles. I'm going to lift this many days. I'm going to throw away all this food. So December 30th and December 31st, they go and they just binge.
Right.
They get it. This is my last cheat meal, I swear. Get it all out of my system. And then January 1st, they change their entire lifestyle. It's like a 180 and it's too much. And it's unsustainable. It's restrictive. They're not enjoying it. So my biggest piece of advice is just slowly change one thing at a time, these incremental changes. Maybe the first thing you do is you start walking more, and then you start running a little bit more. And then maybe you start adding in some strength training. And then maybe you cut out alcohol.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And maybe you start drinking more water, or replacing that Chick-fil-A sandwich and fries and shake for lunch with like a Mad Greens or a Chipotle or something like that. And just making conscious, intentional decisions that kind of stack up over a longer period of time will lead to more sustainable results. But everyone wants the blueprint. Everyone wants the game plan. Give me the plan. Like, people reach out to me. What's your diet plan? Send me your meal plan. No, I don't have a meal plan, but like, I know what works for me, and I know what I enjoy, and I know what makes me feel really good. So I just kind of follow some of these principles, but I'm not dogmatic or extreme with it.
Yeah, because you look at you and think you were, to get the results that you have, to be able to perform like you do, and then see, how the muscle you carry and be able to do this, you'd think that you'd have to be like just all in, weighing everything, calculating every calorie you burned, and you're not like that?
No, I don't track my food. I did when I was dieting for this bodybuilding competition. I had to, but it's like, me and Steph were on vacation last week, and she posted a picture of us eating ice cream together. And she got DMs from people who follow me saying, hold on, does Nick eat ice cream? Yeah, I eat ice cream.
Yeah.
And like, I occasionally have a cocktail with dinner when we go out, and I like a burger and fries, and I love pizza, and we get dessert sometimes. But people think I'm so extreme in terms of I have no fun. I'm super restrictive. It's like, these are the rules, and I only follow these rules. And I've met people like that before, and I don't want to be like that.
Right.
And I'm not like that.
Yeah. What I found, I've tried a lot of the, I've done the fat adapted. I've tried the no carbs to lose weight. Like a lot of, as you know, bodybuilders do that, like when they're trying to get lean. But what I think works for me anyway, and I don't know, I'd like for you to weigh in, is meat, fruits, honey on the meat, and pretty basic. But it seems like with meat and with fruit, and there is carbs in fruit, but man, that's a nice mix.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you have good cuts of meat and pineapple and good fruit, it's like, man, that's pretty sweet.
And you're rarely going to overindulge on those things.
Right.
You make like a good steak and you get some fruit, and I like doing sweet potatoes with some Kerrygold butter. Like, those are things that I'm going to eat, and when I'm full, I'm done eating. But then there's these things like chips.
Bag of Doritos.
Where like, you ever go to a party and it's a dip party?
Yeah.
And you come in and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna try this dip. And the next thing you know, the whole like group shuffles over the dips, and you're eating dips all night, and you feel like absolute dog shit by the end of it.
Yeah.
But there's certain foods like meat and like I love eggs, and meats that you're not going to go super hard.
Ham.
You're not going to go ham
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, people, yeah, they do want the blueprint, like you said. And yeah, it doesn't, you don't, I think another lesson you've shared is you don't have to overthink it. You know, it's, if you're getting outside every day, if you're getting the fresh air, if you're moving around a little bit, if you're not just overindulging on things, man, that right there, that makes a big difference. Cut out alcohol and soda, you're way down the road if you do that for a while.
I do love self-experimentation though, of like trying different foods and seeing how they impact my energy or my gut or my bowels.
Yeah.
And like trying these different things. So like clear example is, and I'm a sucker for trying new things. I was on Ben Greensfield's blog the other day. He was talking about all these benefits from camel milk.
Camel milk?
Camel milk. And he had a link to this site that was selling camel milk. And I only recently started using Apple Pay, which is the most dangerous thing I've ever done. Because, you know, what's held me back from a lot of purchases in the past is I don't have my credit card on me. Like, I'm not going to go find it. Apple Pay makes it too easy to buy. So I bought like 6 jugs of frozen camel milk. I haven't tried it yet because it just got to the house. But apparently it's good for people who can't tolerate lactose.
Right.
I can tolerate lactose. I don't have an issue with that. But it's high in vitamins and minerals, and there's been a lot of studies and research on its impact on people with autism, actually.
Really?
So I'm going to try some camel's milk.
Okay. Well, yeah, I haven't followed. Does Ben have some good stuff?
He has some really good stuff. He's
Yeah.
kind of more into the biohacking, human optimization space. But he's always like testing things on himself. So I love trying different ingredients before we put it into a supplement. Like before we make a supplement, I will buy every raw material on its own and I'll test it for a period of time to see its impact before we put it into a formula. And I'll do that with diet too. Like I'll try pulling carbs down for a period of time and increasing fats and seeing how I feel, and then pulling fats down and increasing carbs. So like my diet is, I always keep protein around 225, 250 grams a day. Carbs are probably around 300 to 400 grams a day based off what I'm training for. But dietary fat is always around 130 to 160 grams of fat a day.
That's a lot of fat.
I love fatty foods. Like during my bodybuilding competition, I wasn't necessarily craving carbs. I was craving fats.
Do you think most people don't get enough protein?
Oh, for sure.
They hardly eat any protein. Like the normal person, I think, gets barely any protein, it seems like.
I was actually just having this conversation with someone last week because we'll go to dinner with people, or I'll spend time with people, and I'm just very conscious of like how much protein they're consuming. And a lot of people are getting maybe 50 grams of protein in their diet a day.
And 500 carbs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing about protein, it's very satiating. So like whenever I make a meal or I'm planning a meal, the foundation of that meal is always protein. And if I can get more protein, I'm going to get more protein. And if you add protein to your plate first, that's going to make you feel fuller longer. It's very satiating.
That's what Mark Bella said that before too. If he has his plate, he always eats a protein first. So if he gets full, it's not the protein that's not being eaten.
It's interesting. I do it the other way. I save my protein for last.
Really?
Because if it's on my plate,
you'll eat it?
I'm clearing it.
Oh, okay. I think he's worried that he just won't get it in. So he's telling people, make sure you get that protein in, so have that be the focus.
Yeah, if you put food on my plate,
Yeah.
like
It's going down.
it's going down. I never leave food on the plate.
Every step I take, I move my truth. Every time they tell me stop, I use. Every comment, hate that makes my feel. Gather up my energy and boom. I hear them talking, saying the way that I move is so reckless. That is a part of my mind I've been blessed with. Giving my blood, so I am relentless. My fault, they want someone to blame. They sent their hate, it fuels my pace. I am Roy Tough, I am the change, the fuel in dirt. Feeling like Cam Hanes. Oh, give me the Mars, nobody wants